The Jagdpanther II is a German Tier 8 tank destroyer. It was developed on the basis of the Panther II, and the vehicle was equipped with 128mm gun and a fighting compartment that can be located on the rear. The vehicle only existed in blueprints. The Jagdpanther II was built around mobility. It has a powerful gun with a great punch, and it has a very thick and sloped frontal superstructure that can bounce even Tier 10 shells. But you have to keep in mind that the hull is still quite thin. Let's see what mobility and the great gun can do in some gameplay. Hello guys, and welcome back to World of Tanks Ace Tanker series. As you can see, today we'll be driving the Jagdpanther II, and driving the Jagdpanther II is Aggressor. So he is playing on the map Malinovka, and indeed he has some nice setup here. On the enemy team there is only 3 Tier 8 tanks and the rest are Tier 7 and 6, so pretty nice matchup, and let's see what he can do in his tank destroyer. So there is, I believe, 5 tank destroyers on the German tech tree. The 3 of them can be purchased regularly and you can get them by grinding your way to the tech tree, and the other 2 are the premium tank destroyers that you know, the Jagdpanther 88, Jagdtiger 88 and the Panzerjäger. So the other tank destroyers on the German tech tree being the Ferdinand, which is considered to be the brother of this tank destroyer, and a Radley-Walters Medal, which is also a really nice machine when you take into consideration the gameplay that you have with that tank destroyer. But we are not here to talk about the 2 of them. We are going to take a look at the Jagdpanther II and give you some insights why you should consider buying this one and not the other 2. So the main features of this tank destroyer is the excellent mobility that you get. This tank destroyer really can shift. It's based on the chassis of the Panther II, and it has a really nice engine which allows you to go around the battlefield and get into some nice positions. Now, one of those nice positions that you probably know on Malinovka is the bushes on the F7. As you can see, he took the really nice position here. He is playing very carefully. He gets spotted, he pulls back, waits for a couple of seconds, 10 seconds to get spotted, and he goes back, right back in and tries to put the shots on the enemy tanks. Now you can see that he is using binoculars, which is a very nice decision because this tank destroyer, as you can see, cannot get the max view range. And with those binoculars he was able to spot the light tank in front of him and put a huge shot in it. So you get an excellent gun. You probably know the gun on the German tank destroyers. It has it's a 128mm gun which has 490 damage alpha and excellent penetration. As you can see, he pretty much aimed at the middle of that small medium tank and he obliterated him from existence. So the game is going well. We cannot say it's bad. There is a lot of play still, but as you can see, the friendly team is losing a couple of tanks and they didn't even manage to climb up and take the hill. So they're just standing there and trying to shoot at anything that is spotted, not really advancing and not really going into some nice positions. And that's a problem because that T-34 took a really nice position there and he is able to play on his cupola and shoot on the tanks that are sniping. And as you can see, he is getting some really nice spots from this Firefly and from the T-34, and the enemy team is picking tanks one by one. And there it goes, another one dead, and that leaves only half of the team, or half of the friendly team, to fight off the enemies. Now, position that Aggressor is taking here is really nice, but in some point you have to really move from this position because you're not going to have anything to shoot at. So he kills the small light tank that was trying to rush spot the middle. It's a really bad move, guys. Really don't try and do that kind of things. Even though if you are in a small tank like the small French light, you are going to get spotted and you're going to get shot. There is always going to be somebody who can shoot you at full speed. So really try not to expose your tanks like that. Suicide running is really not the best way to go. So aggressor is still having some shots from this position. He is able to persuade the T-34 and the Tiger 1 not to go down. And he's the only one who is keeping his team alive at the moment. And we really didn't see much from the friendly team apart from that Tiger, which has 2 kills. So, as you know, the Malinovka is a pretty open map, so when you are driving your tank destroyers, you tend to stay in some bushes and snipe a lot, because if you have a good team to spot for you, some good light tanks to spot for you, you are going to be in a position to put shots even across the entire map and hit on the enemies. So as I was saying, aggressor is doing the right thing. He overstayed his welcome on that position. He doesn't have anything to shoot anymore, and as far as the enemies know, he is still in that bush, so he is relocating, going for the hill on the last known position of the Tiger 1. He wants to kill that Tiger 1, secure the right flank, and then we'll see what he will do next. Does he push on the A line, or does he go back to fight off with the tanks that are on the left side? That's the Jagdpanther 88, one of 2 premium tanks at tier 8 on German line. So I want to point out a couple of things here when he is climbing. You can see the friendly Tiger 1 trying to climb up, and he is taking a really bad route there. He is trying to go up on the road, and he is getting shot in the side and spotted as well. So the KV-5 and the aggressor are taking a safe route, and when you are trying to climb this hill, always try and go from this position, because you are always going to get spotted by the light tanks that like to hang out in the small village. That's the position D7. You can see the T-37 was last spotted there. Now it looks like that the Tiger 1 has pulled back. He decided not to push from the hill and not to go to fight with the KV-5 and the other Tiger, and that allowed the aggressor to really climb up here and put some pressure from this position. Now the Tiger 1 is in a nice position to spot, but also he is in quite danger because he is going to get chewed up with the excellent gun on the Jagdpanther II. So you can see aggressor is playing really nicely here. He goes forward, stays in the bush, lets his binoculars turn on, and after that, if he spots something, he shoots and then moves forward again. Pretty standard when you are having your binoculars on the tank. So you have to be stationary, as you know, to let the binoculars turn on. And really, when you are drawing your tank destroyers, you are going to stay stationary when you are fighting. So 2 huge shots there on the VK and on the Tiger 1. They are lower tier than aggressor is, but it really doesn't matter. Damage is damage, and as you can see, he finds his 4th kill. Meanwhile, on the other side, the KV-5 dies, and the Tiger 1 that was trying to push up from the position on the middle of the road also dies. So aggressor killed these 2 heavy tanks on this side, and he got spotted. Now that was the probably spot from the Tiger 1, and really nice how should you say, reading of the game. He turns back just as the medium tank was trying to flank him. Really nice textbook here. Gameplay. He noticed on the map that the Skoda killed the Tiger 1 and was trying to climb up the hill. Kills the Skoda and now he is going back. Now, in these kind of situations, when you are left 2 against 4 and really when you are left alone against multiple enemy opponents, you want to close the distance with your friendly tanks and try and fight it off together. Now, unfortunately, the T-71 kills the prototype. Aggressor tries the blind shot here, but doesn't find it. And you can see that the T-71 didn't go for the cap. So what we can expect is the T-71 goes for the spots on the Jagdpanther II, and that he can flank him from the left side. Now, Aggressor is trying to fight off this OI here. Really, the OI puts a huge shot in the Jagdpanther II. I believe it was a HE shell. He takes off a huge amount of his HP, and now the T-71 has the flanking shots. Fortunately, he was able to bounce a couple of those, and he is still left on 168 HP. Now, what you see him here doing is closing the distance on the one-shot T-71 and also gaining some advantage on the OI, because the accuracy on the OI is pretty bad, and if he is able to run away and kill the T-71, when the OI gets spotted next, he will probably have the more accurate gun on the long distance and he will kill the OI. So it is only a matter of question where that T-71 is. He is in a trouble if he gets spotted first, because he is going to be a target for all of the enemy team. So he needs to be really careful. He is taking some long route here. He is expecting the T-71 be somewhere near the buildings, near the caps, so he is taking a huge detour here, going actually on the K0, not to get spotted, not to get flanked on the left side. So, and this is a safe move. This is what you can do in your tanks when you are really alone and don't know where to go and from where the enemy may come. So we can see that one of the tanks is capping. That may well be the KV-2 and the Jag Tiger, because a lot of time has passed and they probably moved up. So we'll see who is in the cap. It's the Jag Tiger 88. He is on low HP. One shot for the Jagdpanther II. Aggressor finds the nice shot on the Jagdpanther II. Jag Tiger 88 kills him, and the T-71 blows his opportunity to kill the Jagdpanther II. And now Aggressor has the opportunity to kill the scout and get unspotted again. Now, really nice side scraping there with the Jagdpanther II. I really don't know what that T-71 was expecting to happen. So, Aggressor is at 8 kills. But the problem is that the platoon of tier 6 heavy tanks is going to be shooting HE. So the KV-2 and the OI both derp guns on both of those tanks. And as you saw there, the Jagdpanther II can't really take much HE shots in this sloped armor that it has. So only 100mm on the hull of the tank. It can bounce a couple of shots from lower tier tanks, but it really doesn't matter when you are shooting HE. Now, in my opinion, what Aggressor is doing here is a really bad call. He went from that building where he was pretty safe to go and shoot on the OI, and disaster strikes here. He shoots the OI and really doesn't kill him. He rolled there, and from somewhere the KV-2 hits him and kills him. That's a GG, and let's take a look at the post-game stats. As you can see, a pretty nice gameplay here for Aggressor. He got his second mark on the German tank destroyer. Also, he had a couple of medals like Bruiser, Duelist, Fire for Effect, Radley-Walters Medal for 8 kills, High Caliber Medal, Tank Sniper Medal, Top Gun Medal, and of course the Mastery Badge Ace Tanker. On team score sheet we can see that he did 6,480 damage, 8 kills, and 1,646 experience for the loss. That is almost 4 times more than the KV-5. On detail report we can see that he fired 23 shots, of which 22 hit the target and 18 penetrated. He was also able to earn 27,000 credits with the premium account. Now there is not much to take from this gameplay that Aggressor had. Only bad thing that he did for the entirety of the game is leaving that safe position next to the house and going in a open field when he has 2 tanks fighting against him. At the end the game was a heartbreak, but I hope you guys saw what you can expect from the Jagdpanther II. I hope you enjoyed this one and I'll see you in the next. Thank you all for watching. If you didn't like the video, drop a dislike or leave a comment how I can improve the channel. And if you liked the video, hit the like button, share and subscribe for more content, as it really helps me out a lot. And also don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Google+ to get the new content first, every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. And if you're wondering what to watch next, hit the little I button in the top right corner and it will lead you to another video. See you guys next time.